Hello, I wanted to come on and share how it's been going. I've been writing on Medium since December, and some people have wondered how it's been going. And also, I wanted to share some of the things that I have been noticing there, like a lot less writing in third person and doing some experiments myself and seeing if that's something that I want to change about writing. So we're going to talk about it. So Medium is a website that's kind of like a social media site in that you can have an account, you can leave comments on other people's what people share. You get different articles depending on your interests, and there's some kind of algorithm that shows you some articles and other ones less. But it's different in that a lot more things are longer form or medium sized things. They're not like a short little tweet. They're not necessarily a book, but they're a little bit longer. And I wanted to participate in that because I'm a writer and I like writing things that are a little bit longer. And I also feel like social media like Facebook and Instagram and things, people don't really necessarily want to sit down and read a whole thing. So I feel like sometimes people haven't been in the right headspace to take in something that I want to share. So I decided to write for Medium as a way to get writing out there. I also found out that it has really good SEO for Google searches so that my articles will come up higher on Google. So I was excited about that. So I've been there now for about a month and a half. Another cool thing about Medium is that it pays you money for what you write if people are reading it. So I've already made, I don't know, $2. So that's pretty good after a month, considering that like YouTube is a lot harder to get any money out of, even though there are people do make a living from it eventually sometimes. But just to get in and be able to get paid for something that you create like within a month or two is pretty rare. And so that's just a nice bonus. And it's not the real reason why I'm there, but it's a nice bonus to get paid because I don't get paid by Facebook. I don't get paid by Instagram. So, and a lot of things I have to pay out money to share writing on. So that's a good opportunity that it's not only free, but I get paid. Okay, and so how has it been going? So when I started to get on there, I started to look at what is popular. Like the algorithm works by what is popular, what people like, what people are responding to. And when I would notice a lot of articles about what other people found on Medium as popular, and I was reading a lot of different perspectives on what would make writing successful. And I thought this was really interesting because it's kind of like a little microcosm of what is popular kind of more generally. Like there's millions of people on there. So this is giving me a sense of what people like to read and what kind of writing is going to be successful with people because you don't always know if people don't leave a comment. Do they enjoy it? Are they liking it? And I get some feedback, for instance, on some articles I publish in magazines, like On Purpose Woman magazine. I get some feedback from people that they like the article, but that's the only way I know they liked it. I don't have any other way of knowing. So it's nice to kind of get a little bit more of like a bird's eye view of what people are reading, what they like, and why, and kind of break it down like what is being successful about writing in one way versus another. And a big topic was what voice are you writing in? Are you writing in first person, third person, second person, whatever? So I'm not an English teacher, so I'm probably not going to explain it to you the way that English teacher would. I do coach people in writing, but I'm not an English teacher. So basically, it's like, what pronouns are you using? Are you using he, she, people generally? That's third person. And that's like academic writing is third person. And a lot of people feel like they need to do third person to be more professional. But I don't really think people actually like reading third person most of the time, is what I'm realizing. That a lot of people on Medium were saying that what's successful there is writing in first person, writing about your experiences, writing about your stories. And yes, it's good to draw it back into a general point that can be useful to someone else. Don't just go on about your own life and then don't make it useful for someone. That's going to get a little old maybe, but combine things, bring it back to the reader, but you might not say something in third person, you might move into second person. You might be talking to you. You is second person. You might be talking to them as you in what you're writing and bringing it to you. Now you could take this and you could do this, like these little shifts. It's like the content of what you're saying could be the exact same thing, but just changing the pronouns can make such a difference. And if you look at like what you like to read, so I heard this from other people that they were saying that first person is way better than third person. No one likes third person stuff. And then I kind of tucked it in the back of my head because I was like, okay, that's someone's opinion. All right, someone's opinion. It's a bunch of people's opinion, but it's someone's opinion. And then I noticed what I was reading because I decided to be a member of Medium to read articles to kind of get a sense of what is out there, what people like. So I'm participating in it myself. And I would notice what is it that I like and what is it that I don't like. And a big thing that's happening right now is we have AI generated writing now. We have robots creating writing. Okay, and this is the thing. This is a huge thing that now it's been available for free. Now different resources. And so people are going in there and they're making AI generated writing and they're busting out tons and tons and tons of pieces of writing on different topics. And when you read it, you can kind of tell there's no person in it. There's no like personal touch. There's no stories spoken about in first person. Sometimes, and you actually can get AI to write in different voices. You can tell it, hey, I want you to write it in first person. Hey, I want you to write this in third and second person. And it actually makes it sound less like a robot. So you can get tricked. But when it's in third person, I notice myself thinking like, is this written by a robot? Did a robot write this? Because I don't know who's speaking. I don't know what perspective they have. I don't know what experience they have. Are they just some person that's just like read a bunch of articles on the internet and doesn't know what they're actually talking about? I started noticing this skepticism about everything that I was reading that was in third person. I was either like, is this a robot? And who the heck is this person to be telling me about health or personal development or business? Like, I don't know them. Who is this person? I have no idea. And I'd just be like, skip. I'm not touched by this. I'm not moved by this. I don't know if I should pay attention to this because I have no idea where this information is coming from. And I think that's the bad thing about third person. If you're like an academic, then you're going to have all these, articles and things you're referencing. You're not really supposed to be talking about yourself when you're in school and you're writing a paper. Most of the time they want you to draw from books. But if you're writing for like your website or your business or for something you're going to share in a magazine or social media even, a lot of people don't really care about references. A lot of people are not really trying to go to school right now. It's about their headspace. It's about, why are they reading what you're reading? There's some exceptions, of course. You might need to do something that's more academic. But a lot of the writing I think people do these days isn't like that. And I'm definitely moved when I read something that's about someone's personal story, about something they overcome, something they learned from their experience. And I want to know the details and I want to know more about that. And I learn much more from stories than I do from just book learning. Something will lodge itself in my brain and I'll remember certain details of a story that years later, after forgetting so many things that I've read in a book, because I've connected it to a person and I've connected it to the color of real life and it speaks to me. It's relatable. It's something that my friend might say. It's so much more closer to my experience in my life when I'm seeing it through the lens of another person's life. And so I really, 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 really found myself liking the first person voice when I'm reading it from someone else. And then, a lot of times people will sprinkle in some second person, some you, something directed at you, the word you, which is me reading it or whoever's reading it. And I'm feeling, really close to this person and I'm feeling like they're really talking to me. And so I just wanted to come in and share if anyone has any opinions about this. And if not, then maybe notice what you read and notice why you like it or why you don't like it. And notice if third person is speaking to your heart, if it is compelling you, if it's getting excited. If something written in third person really excites you, I would be interested to know because I'm kind of suspecting that this is going out of style. And it's kind of been like some people are doing it still because it's been academic, it's been professional, it's been the norm for a long time. And so like we think we should do it in third person, but like integrating first person a lot more and second person as well is kind of much more colloquial and much more comfortable and much more what people want to read so that they're spoken to and that it relates to them personally. So that's my impression, and I would love to hear more from you about your personal experience that's what I've been noticing. And I've been noticing that as I kind of make some shifts in my writing and I talk a lot more about my own personal experience, I have been more popular on Medium. So it's been kind of a feedback loop where I'm getting positive feedback for that now. So I'm believing it even more. But I'd like to know what your experience is and if you have any thoughts. And I'm going to be writing an article about this for On Purpose Woman magazine. So I would love to know. I'm continue to think about this for a while. If you think about it later and you want to come back and leave a comment later, that's okay too. But this is what's on my mind right now. So I'll let you guys know how writing for Medium goes in the future. I'm going to try to post there every 2 weeks. And if you're on my email list, you'll get notified about the ones that the articles I think are really noteworthy. But if you want the link to my Medium account, see, like, I think I have about 10 articles there now on writing, on personal development, and my personal thoughts. And I'd love to share more. So just leave a comment if you want the link to that. Otherwise, I will catch you guys later. Let me know what you think about third person, second person, first person. All right, bye.